like, oh man, that's interfering with my work. That's, like, this is, relationships ain't good for me. I don't make my best albums when I'm in a relationship.
Okay, you one of those, it's not you, it's me type nigga.
Yeah. All the women I've dated, because it's all love, but this is a really healthy and beautiful relationship, bro. And like, I'm just doing my best to keep God first and communicating, taking all the stuff I've learned as a human being, the failures I've had in relationships, on my responsibility. I'm taking that, learning from that, growing from it, using all the therapy, all the understanding that, man, let me enjoy moments. And also just life is about creating happiness and creating joy and creating love and like embracing the grace that exists. So this is somebody, if I'm going to get married, it's to her.
Wow.
That's simple as that.
It's like, oh man, that's interfering with my work. That's, like this is relationships ain't good for me. I don't make my best albums when I'm in a relationship, Oh, you one of those. You one of those, it's not you, it's me type. So, it looks like Common just did what he always does and dipped out on Jennifer Hudson when things really started getting serious. They've been inseparable and going public with Common even bragging that they were equally yoked and making her his top priority. To all the women I've dated, 'cause it's all love. But this is a really healthy and beautiful relationship, bro. And like I'm just doing my best to keep God first and then communicating, taking all the stuff I've learned as a human being, the failures I've had in relationships for on my responsibility. I'm taking that, learning from that, growing from it, using all the therapy, all the understanding that, man, let me enjoy moments, and also just life is about not trying but creating happiness and creating joy and creating love and like embracing the grace that exists. So this is somebody, if I'm going to get married, it's to her. Wow. That's simple as that. But insiders say that things took a sharp turn when he popped the question. J. Hud hit him with a hard no. Allegedly, Common felt humiliated and said she wasted his time. But the gag, this is coming from a man who's been running through Black Hollywood for decades. But J. Hud isn't crying over it. After one divorce, she says marriage has never been her dream. And if she ever considered it again, she's not ignoring the red flag that people have been warning her about. So, is this really the end? Or is there more tea to spill? Now, we know that Common has been around Hollywood for a minute. He's gotten with Erykah Badu, Tiffany Haddish, Serena Williams, Taraji P. Henson, Angela Ree, just to name a few. But Common and Jennifer Hudson becoming a thing wasn't something that people saw coming. The two of them started getting close after working on the movie Breathe and began dating in 2022. We never really hear much about who J. Hud is dating, and as usual she tried to keep their relationship low-key, but people caught sight of them and started putting two and two together. Jennifer still tried to deny it and said, people create their own narratives of it. We shot a film together and he played my husband. We got to eat in between sometimes, but it was clear that this was just a load of BS because even after they were done filming, the two of them were still spouted out together a couple times. Common even flew all the way to London for the premiere of her musical, The Strange Loop. And girl, you don't do that for someone you just so happened to become friends with while filming. Still, they continued to deny that there was anything there until they decided that it was high time to stop hiding. So, Common appeared on Jennifer Hudson's show and revealed that they were really together. Are you dating anyone? Applause. So yes, and I'm in a relationship that is with one of the most beautiful people I ever met in life. And she's smart. She loves God. She has something real down to earth about her. She's talented. But I said I set my standard kind of high because she had to have she had to win an Oscar on her first movie. I set my standard high, she had to get her own talk show. Oh, okay. So at that point, for Jennifer to come out so publicly about her relationship, we thought that it was set in stone and it was only a matter of time before they walked down the aisle. And Common Man on his own part made it abundantly clear that he wasn't playing about J. Hud because if there was ever a woman that he wanted to marry, it was her. She's a Chicago and is an amazing human being. I always been like inspired by her. She's one of the most beautiful people I ever met on the planet. Incredible heart. And she's just dope, man. However, as beautiful as it was seeing J Hut love so publicly, a lot of people were like, she should pump the brakes on this one because the way Common has moved in his past public relationships. I don't know, girl. Common has said before that his type is famous and powerful women who excel at doing their own thing. He also admitted to loving the honeymoon phase of the relationship, but when things start to get real serious and the women start talking about settling down, he just leaves them hanging. This behavior showed up even in his previous relationship with Tiffany Haddish when he was trying to paint it as just an amicable breakup only for Tiffany to drag him out, saying that it was very much a one-sided breakup and she got dumped over the phone. If Common's past behavior was anything to go by, Jennifer had something to be worried about because she could have just ended up on the long list of women who just got blindsided by him. But y'all, it looks like we really didn't have anything to worry about because word is Common proposed to Jennifer and she told him no. Common has gotten a reputation for being a bit of a playboy in Hollywood and he's the type that many thought would never settle down. So, when he popped the question, word is it took J Hud by surprise, but she still couldn't bring herself to say yes to the ring. According to a report, she had always had her doubts about the relationship because she thinks that he's not over his playboy ways. And after her previous engagement to David Atango with Sauer, Jennifer had sworn that she would never make such a commitment again. An insider close to the two of them even said, Common tells Jin despite his past with so many famous women, he's in the relationship for keeps. But Jin felt that way when she was engaged for 9 years, and she doesn't want to end up with a broken marriage or be back at square one. So going by the abuse she allegedly suffered at the hands of her ex-fiancé and Common's own shady history with women, Jennifer didn't exactly jump at the chance to marry him and wanted to wait a little bit to see how things played out. But was Common too happy about this? Insiders are saying that Common was furious about how things played out and felt Jennifer blindsided him. Allegedly, Common assumed at the end of the night that he would have an engagement to announce and was humiliated when Jennifer turned him down instead. So, he's still salty about the whole thing because in his mind, they were on the same page about what the next step was going to be in their relationship. But even though their relationship isn't what it used to be, fans are happy that Jennifer isn't going to be just another notch on Common's belt. Common just thought he had a retirement plan. He ain't fooling nobody. I think Jennifer made the right decision. She's been through a lot and now she has advanced in life. It doesn't look like Common stays in relationships long anyway. There's no need to risk her happiness and accomplishments for something that may be temporary. Good for Jennifer. He hasn't put any time in it at all and already want to marry her. Man, that's the oldest trick in the book and Jennifer knew it. What I really want to know right now is what y'all think about this situation. Do you think Jennifer Hudson is going to turn around and say yes to Common? Share your thoughts in the comments and don't forget to like and subscribe before you watch another video. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye baddies.